Test, test. Hey, everybody. Just gonna give it some time to let people join from the waiting room. As you are getting ready for class today, if you haven't gotten a chance to pull up the playlist, it's in the group chat. And if you're trying to figure out what equipment you need, this is gonna be a pyramid for today. So you need a mat that's laid out, you'll wanna have some water nearby, and then you need one weight. So I've got an 8-pound weight that I'm gonna use as sort of my heavy weight, and if I need to drop down, I have a backup 5-pound weight. So just a mat, one dumbbell. You can always have a heavy one, a light one, depending on how you wanna level. Grabbing your water, getting that playlist out of the group chat, and we'll get started in about 1 minute. For a pyramid, if you've joined before for them, you know what to expect, but if you've never done a pyramid with me before, a pyramid is 8 moves. We perform each move for 30 seconds. And when you think about sort of like working your way up a pyramid and down, you start with move number 1, rest. Then you do 1, 2, rest. 1, 2, 3, rest. So we're gonna build up until we do 8 movements in a row, and then we're gonna pull movements off on the way down, and you get 30 seconds of rest in between. Just about 30 more seconds to see if anyone else is gonna join us. If you just popped in, please make sure you have a mat laid out for today, and then you're gonna need 1 dumbbell. I've got an 8-pound dumbbell and a 5-pound dumbbell. I like to give myself some options, so if you've got the choice of a few different weights, grab a few different weights, make sure you have water nearby. I'm gonna read our disclaimer really quickly, and we'll get into it. So if you choose to exercise on any platform with Boston College and its affiliates, you do so at your own risk and acknowledge there is an innate risk of injury when participating in any physical activity. Participation is voluntary and practice in a safe space suitable for this activity. Some practices may not be safe under certain medical conditions. You agree to consult a doctor if you have any medical concerns. If you experience any physical or emotional pain or discomfort, you will listen to your body, adjust the practice, and ask for support from a medical provider. You hereby agree to irrevocably release and waive any claims that you have now or hereafter may have against Boston College and its affiliates. You have read or listened to this disclaimer and have acknowledged it prior to participating in any activity. I'm gonna have that memorized by the end of all of this. All right, so I think we're gonna get into this. One more person just snuck in. If you haven't gotten a chance to pull up the Spotify playlist, it's in our group chat, and we are gonna get started. So the very first song on that playlist is Only a Fool. Make sure you've got your mat, your dumbbell, and your water ready to go. So I'll do 3, 2, 1, play, and when I say play, we're getting into it. 3, 2, 1, play. So let's take it back to the mat for our warm-up. All right, so you're setting those feet outside the hips, just a soft bend in the knees, arms at shoulder height by your side, then you start with those arm circles forward. Small circles to start, get a little bit bigger with each rotation. Think about lengthening the arms away from the body. Working through the shoulder joint, 1 more big circle forward and then go back. So small circles to start, bigger with each rotation, reaching through the fingertips, lengthening your arm. 1 more big circle back, and now swing the arms front to back. Get a nice stretch to the front of your chest. Squeezing the shoulder blades all the way behind the back. We're gonna march our knees up to our chest. In 3, 2, 1, march your knees. So arms at your sides to start. Nice tall posture through the upper body. Abs turn on here. Bringing the knee to the chest. And let's add an upper body twist. So elbow across the body to that opposite knee. Try to get that knee high. We're gonna open the gate next. In 4, 3, 2, 1, let's open the gate. Swing that knee away from midline. Trying to find your balance. Opening through the hip, 90 degrees at the knee. 1 more each side, then reverse directions. Close the gate, bring the knee in. On deck, we're taking it jacks. In 3, 2, 1, jumping jacks. All right, some light cardio here to start to get the heart rate up. With your jumping jacks, hands all the way above the head, Feet pop out, heels down. Option, you can step 1 foot at a time if you're not quite ready for impact yet. We've got butt kickers coming up. Heels will go to your butt in 4, 3, 2, 1. Butt kickers. Hands at your side, lean slightly forward. Get the heels up to your butt to get a stretch through the quads. Option, stay here or level it up to high knees. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. For high knees, if your hands are out at hip height, you can slap your quads against your palms. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it to squats. Feet outside the hips, squat, rise, squat, rise. Checking in with squat form here. Sit the hips back, butt in line with the knees, chest is lifted. Roll the shoulders back to keep the chest open. 3, 2, we're gonna pulse it low right here. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grabbing some water here. So we've got 8 moves in our pyramid. I'm gonna show all 8 moves before we begin, because once the pyramid starts, 40 minutes from start to finish, and that's your whole workout. So this is where it's important to pay attention. I will remind you of all this during our rest, but getting the idea of the full movement right here is important. Very first move, no dumbbell, it's Heisman's. So we're gonna start at one side of the mat. We're gonna take 3 steps to the left side. 1, 2, 3, knee to opposite elbow. 1, 2, 3. These are Heisman's. So your elbow comes across the body, and you're almost taking a standing crunch with that knee, getting it up to your chest. If you can't figure out Heisman's, no big deal. You're gonna take high knees. And if that still doesn't feel good, jumping jacks. So you're choosing that first move. It's a Heisman run, high knees, or jumping jacks. Move 2, this is where we need our dumbbell. We're gonna hold the weight of the chest, starting out one side. We're going to a shuffle squat. So you get low, shuffle into squat, sideways press. Come back down, shuffle into squat, sideways press. So you're turning to the side wall, point the back toe. Get low in your side shuffle. Option, in your shuffle, you can step and twist instead of hopping, so you can take out impact. Third movement, rainbow alternating reverse lunge. So I'm gonna mirror you. I'm gonna start the weight by my right hip. I'm gonna lunge back with my left leg, and at the base of the lunge, I rainbow to the left hip. I come up, I take the other leg back in a lunge, and I rainbow over. So you're gonna rainbow towards the back leg before you switch. Your third movement, sprawly to a renegade row. A sprawly is like a half burpee. You don't jump at the top. So for a sprawly, I'm gonna stand over my dumbbell. I'm gonna drop my hands, feet out. Sorry, I messed it up. I drop my hands, feet out to plank. 1 renegade row on the right, hand down, feet in, stand. Down, high plank, row the other side, hand down, feet in. So this is your sprawly to a row, and it's just 1 row at the bottom. If you don't want impact, plant, step, step, then take your 1 row, step, step, stand up straight. Always coming to that nice posture before you go back down. Your fourth movement, double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. Weight at the chest, feet outside the hips. You pulse 1, 2, lunge, 1, 2. Pulse squat, 1, 2, pulse lunge, 1, 2. Notice I'm never standing up. I'm keeping a bend in my knee the whole time. That's gonna be our goal, to stay low. So double pulsing your squat, double pulsing your lunge. Our 6th movement, we're coming down to the mat, push-up side plank extension. Weight directly below your face, hands to either side. We're gonna take 1 push-up, knees or toes, grab the weight in 1 hand, turn to a side plank, row it up the body, extend to the ceiling and down. Plant your hand, push up, we go the other way. I row that weight close to the body, side plank, extend it up, and come back down. Knees or toes, totally fine. 2 more moves to go. Lat pull over with a sit up. Feet flat, knees bent, weight in your hand. You're gonna take the weight all the way behind the head, then you're gonna lift the weight to the ceiling, sit up, eyes on the weight. Roll down, weight behind the head, pull it over, and sit up. So your eyes are on the weight as you sit up and reach to the ceiling. And finally, your 4th movement, no weight, it's a side plank mountain climber. This is the one move we have to remember to switch out our arms, switch out the side. Your feet have to be staggered, not stacked. One hand to the ceiling. I'm gonna bring the bottom knee to my chest, then the top knee to my chest. Bottom knee and top knee. If you like to modify side planks, your bottom knee is down and the whole time you are just crunching that top knee. So your choice. All right, gang, that's it. I talked a lot, but you got 40 minutes on deck. So grab your last sip of water and then we hit cardio. 30 seconds for each move. 30 seconds rest in between. So let's get into this. We start with Heisman's. If you don't like Heisman's, high knees or jumping jacks. Timer starting in 5, 3, 2, 1, begin. So 3 steps and then crunch. 1, 2, crunch, 1, 2, crunch. You're planting that outside foot and then that hand comes across the body. So you're getting a little bit of an oblique crunch. 2 little steps and then the 3rd step is big because you plant. 3, sorry, we got 10 seconds. Thought that felt a little short. 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, that was move 1. We're gonna add on. We're gonna do that move again, and then move 2, grabbing that weight. Remember, it's a squat shuffle, twist to the side wall, press out. Squat shuffle, twist to the side wall. You still have 10 seconds of rest. Shake out your legs. It seems long now. It won't seem long in a few minutes. Get ready for Heisman's, jacks, or high knees. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, crunch. 1, 2, crunch. All right, so if you're taking Heisman's, think about pushing off the knife edge of your foot. So pushing off the outside of your foot to take your momentum the other way. In 10 seconds, we're picking up that weight. Squat shuffle, sideways press out. 3, 2, 1, grab that weight. Right into it. Shuffle, side press, get low. Shuffle, side press, get low. Weight is at your chest. As you shuffle in the squat, weight fully extends away as you press out. You have 10 seconds. How low can you go with the butt as you travel? 3, 2, 1, rest. Drop that weight. 3rd movement, rainbow lunge. Weight will start at the right hip. You'll lunge back with the left leg, rainbow towards the back leg. Come up and switch. Rainbow towards the right. So you're making that rainbow over your head. 10 seconds, you hit Heisman's, high knees, or jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you haven't tried Heisman's yet, I want you to try it for 1 30-second set. 1, 2, crunch, 1, 2, crunch. You can always slow it down until you get a feel. Half leg, coming up, grabbing that weight. Squat shuffle, sideways press out. For 5, 3, 2, 1, grab the weight. Weight at your chest, get low, shuffle, press it out. Right at shoulder height, point the back toe, and straighten the back leg as you take it to the side. All right, 10 seconds, and then rainbow lunge. Weight will be At the right hip, left leg lunges back. 3, 2, 1, switch it up. Left leg back, rainbow over, step up, switch legs. This one's all about balance. We're using our core and we're squeezing our butt in that low lunge as we move the weight over the head. Back knee close to the floor. 10 to go. Rest is next. 3, 2, 1, rest. Move 4, dropping that weight, it's your sprawly. So you stand, hands down, feet out, 1 row at the base, feet back in, stand. You take it down, row the other arm. In 10 seconds, starting up the 4th level. Heisman's, jacks, high knees. Get the heart rate up. 3, 2, 1, go. So each move is 30 seconds. That means there's no time to waste in our transitions. So in that second move, when you pick up that dumbbell, pick it up with fury and get right into that next move. You got 10 seconds. Side shuffle squat with a sideways press out. 3, 2, 1. Grab the weight. Get low, weight of the chest, shuffle squat, press out to the side. So with that weight at the collarbone, we have a tendency to let our chest dip forward because your center of gravity shifts. Fight against it. Use your abs. Keep the chest up. Rainbow lunge is next. 3, 2, 1. Weight at the right hip, left leg back, rainbow over. This is slow and controlled in this movement. So you're really maintaining balance. You're on the ball of the back foot and the front foot. You're trying to drive up as you come to stand. 10 seconds. Sprawly to a renegade row on deck. 3, 2, 1. Drop the weight. Stand over it. Hands down. High plank. 1 row. Feet back in. Stand. Hands down. High plank. Row. Feet in. Stand. Alternate that row on each rep. Get the weight close to your ribs. 10 seconds. Pop the feet in and out as fast as you can. You can also step them. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. 5th move. We're gonna add that double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. So remember, weight at the chest, pulsing twice in a squat, pulsing twice in a lunge. Twice in a squat, twice in the other lunge. Heisman's coming up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So if you're taking your high knees, are you getting your knee right up to hip height? If you're taking your Heisman's, your goal is to get the knee higher than the hip so you can touch the elbow to the knee. It's a big crunch to the core. Less than 10 seconds. We got a shuffle squat, sideways press. 3, 2, 1. Grab that weight, let's go. Sink low, shuffle, press it out. Arms nice and straight, away from the body. Getting a rotation through your torso as you press out. In 10 seconds, we take it rainbow lunge. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Weight to the right hip, left leg back, rainbow, step up and switch. Hip to hip with the weight. Each rep, the leg changes. Get a long lunge, back knee low. In 10 seconds, sprawly, renegade row. sprawly. Plant the hands, high plank, renegade row left, feet in, stand. Once you stand, you go right into that next rep. So this is nicer than a burpee because you don't have to add the jump, but we are adding that row. In 5 seconds, double pulse squat to lunge. 3, 2, 1. Weight at your chest. Let's go. Pulse twice in the squat, twice in the lunge. Twice in the squat, twice in the lunge. Now I know your legs are screaming because we've done a lot of lower body, but here's the good news. In this pyramid, this is the last lower body move and rest is next. 5 seconds, stay low. 3, 2, 1, rest. Drop that weight. Your next move, we come down to the mat with that weight. Push up, side plank extension to the ceiling. So we hit the mat in this next level. Moving on to level 6, 10 seconds. We start Heisman's high knees or jacks. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, crunch, 1, 2, crunch. So you're probably feeling this in your legs. Heart rate should be coming up, but you also want to feel this in your core. That's that big crunch. Halfway. Coming up, we grab that weight. Side shuffle squat to press out. 3, 2, 1. Grab the weight. Quick transition, right into it. Get low, shuffle, push. So we're controlling our breathing here. Remember, on that shuffle, you can step that squat instead of hopping. Find a level that works for you here. Rainbow lunge is next. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rainbow lunge. Right hip, left leg. And switch. So you're doing your best here. No wobbling in the lower body. How do you do that? Squeeze your butt real tight. And that front knee needs to track over that front toe. Mind muscle connection here to find stability. We're going sprawly to row. 3, 2, 1. Weight down, right into it. Sprawly, row that weight to the ribs. Feet in, stand. Sprawly, other side rows. Elbow to the ceiling. That weight should skim your rib cage. Really close to the body. Butt low in your plank. Double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Weight at your chest. Burn it out. Pulse in that squat. Pulse in the lunge. No cheating here. If your legs are gassed, do it body weight. But stay low. Try to keep a bend in the knees. You shouldn't stand. 10 seconds. We hit push up to side plank extension on the mat. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Push-ups, knees or toes. It's 1 push-up. Grab the weight. Extend to that side plank. Weight comes down close to the body. Push-up, other side. Takes that weight. Extend it up. Knees or toes. Eyes are forward. And you're hitting a really strong plank in the push-up and that extension. Press is next. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Our next move for level 7, remember, we flip it over, feet flat, knees bent. It's that pull over with straight arms and sit up with the weight. Pull over, straight arms, sit up, eyes on the weight. Starting in 10 seconds. Heisman's, high knees jacks. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, more good news. This is level 7 of 8. So you're almost at the peak. And as these levels get longer, you'll notice we swap out cardio moves for core on the mat. In 10 seconds, shuffle squat, sideways press. 3, 2, 1, grab your weight. Let's hit it. So you know how this feels at this point. You've got a nice flow in this move. Shuffle and press. We focus on form the further we get with the movement because we know how it feels and we can set a good tempo. In 5 seconds, rainbow lunge. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Right hip, left leg back. Lunge, rainbow over, switch legs. All right, so do your best here. We're not leaning forward in the upper body, keeping a nice tall torso, but getting the legs low. 10 seconds. Sprawly row is next. 3, 2, 1. Drop that weight. You know it. Plant the hands, feet out, row it one side, feet in, stand. That stand is your little reset. Clean slate every rep. Fingers should be spread wide when you take your sprawly. That's your base. On deck, double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. 3, 2, 1. Grab that weight. Right at your chest. Get low. Pulse, 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 pulse. All right. So, in your squat, chest is up. In your lunge, chest is up even higher. It's a little bit easier in a lunge to stay tall through the upper body. Push up side plank extension next. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Push up knees or toes. Grab that weight. Zipper it up the side of your body and zipper back down. That weight should be close to your chest as you pull it up and down. All right, in 10 seconds, we flip over, lat pull over to a sit-up. That weight will be above the head. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Feet flat, knees bent. Arms back. Sit up, eyes on the weight. So as you take your sit up, the weight should be directly above your forehead. We don't want to use the weight to help with the sit up. It's supposed to add resistance. In 10 seconds, you get your rest. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Weight down. All right, we're going into that last level. It's your side plank mountain climber. You'll be in a side plank. We'll all start on the right arm. I'm gonna mirror you. It's a right forearm plank with those mountain climbers, knee and knee. We start in 5 seconds. Heisman's. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, I'm full of good news today because this is the last time you will do this move. This is the first one to go. So make this one solid. You want to put it away and feel good about it. This is your 8th time doing this, and it is your last. 10 seconds. Big crunch. Pick up that pace. Side shuffle squat to press. 3, 2, 1. Grab the weight. All right, get low. Shuffle, press. This is the move we'll start with in our next set. So every level from here on out, the move you begin with is the next move to go. In 10 seconds, rainbow lunge. 5, 3, 2, 1. Right hip, left leg back. your solid lunge, rainbow at the base. So this is your opportunity to slow it down, catch your breath. Make sure that weight goes directly above the head, 180-degree arc. In 10 seconds, sprawly row. 3, 2, 1, weight down. We stand, plant, high plank, row, hand down, feet in. Repeat. So if you're feeling like your hips wobble a lot as you take your row, make sure your feet are wide in your plank. 10 seconds, and then we've got double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. 3, 2, 1. Weight at your collarbone. Sit low. Pulse, 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 pulse. All right. So you know what comes after this. It's our upper body and our core. Last lower body move here. Get low, let it burn. 10 seconds. We got a push up, side plank extension next. 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Strong push up form, hands outside shoulders. Roll the weight up, find your side plank. Keep your eyes on the weight as you take that side plank extension. You should be turning onto the sides of your feet if you're taking plank from your toes. In 10 seconds, we flip to our butt. Lat pull over to a sit-up. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Feet flat, knees bent. Weight behind the head, weight above the forehead. Sit it up. You're rolling your vertebrae up off the mat and back down onto the mat. You peel up and roll down. One move to go, team. You got 10 seconds. Side plank on the right forearm, sideways mountain climb. 3, 2, 1. No weight. Right forearm, feet have to be staggered. Hand to the ceiling. Bottom knee, top knee. Bottom knee, top knee. You're pulling one into the chest at a time. Remember, if you're modifying your side plank and you have your bottom knee down, it's just your top knee that's crunching in. Guess what? 7 seconds, and then a full minute of rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. When you feel good, take it to your feet. So you are well more than halfway through your pyramid. You've gotten through 8 levels. You have 7 to go. So let's hydrate. Towel off. Try not to sit down. Stay moving around, stay standing. You have 30 more seconds of rest, and then we get into our next level. So your next level, we start with that weight in that side shuffle to a press out. From here on out, it gets a little bit easier every time. So plant that seed in your brain. You get to that rest, and the next set is gonna be a little bit easier than the last. In 10 seconds, we start. So let's grab that weight. Starting one side of your mat, weight at the chest. Side shuffle to press out. 3, 2, 1. Get low. Side shuffle squat, press it out. Last time with this. How low can you go in that squat? So we want to move quickly through this movement to get the heart rate up again. As you press out, no cheating. Press it as far away as you can from your chest. Rainbow lunge is next. 3, 2, 1. Right hip, left leg back. Hit it. So it feels a little bit different because you didn't have those Heismans at the beginning. So your heart rate, it's probably not as high as it was when you were doing this before. And that means we can really focus on form here. Getting low in the lunge, super stable in the legs, weight all the way over the head. Sprawly row is next. 3, 2, 1, weight down. Right into it. Sprawly, row the weight in high plank, hand down, feet in. Repeat, other side. So you're stepping or hopping those feet, but you hit a nice solid plank with your butt low. How do you get your butt low? You squeeze your glutes. In 5 seconds, double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. 3, 2, 1. Grab the weight. Get low. Pulse, 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 pulse. All right. So if you're dripping sweat like me, you're definitely doing this right. My legs are screaming. My quads are on fire. That means it's working. You got 10 seconds. Push up to side plank extension. In 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Hands outside the shoulders. Push up into that side plank. So in your side plank, those feet are staggered, right? And that's exactly what we want when we take our last movement. Staggered means your feet are not stacked on top of each other. In 10 seconds, flip it over, lat pull over, sit up. 3, 2, 1, flip it over. Feet flat, knees bent, weight behind the head, weight directly above the head. This should be harder than a regular sit-up because that weight is adding a lot of resistance as you lift up. So your core is working harder. In addition, our shoulders have to help stabilize to keep the weight up. We're going to the left forearm, side plank, mountain climb. 3, 2, 1. Left forearm, side plank, mountain climb with staggered feet. Bottom knee, top knee. Bottom knee, top knee. All right, almost done with this level. Rest is gonna feel so good. Can you give me 10 more solid seconds? Hips high. Shoulder over your elbow. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice job, everybody. Take it to your feet, grab that water. Your next level starts with a rainbow lunge. All right, got some nice sweat going on here, got a nice sheen. 10 seconds, grab that weight, rainbow lunge. Right hip, left leg. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, there was no cardio before this. So this is a solid set right here. You are getting really long and low in your lunge, using your abs to keep your upper body still as you move those arms over your head. In 10 seconds, sprawly row. We're gonna jack that heart rate up again. 3, 2, 1, drop the weight. We stand, plant the hands, high plank, nice tight row. Super close to the body. We want to engage those triceps and the upper back when we row. You're halfway. On deck, double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. You got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Weight at your chest. Sink, get low. Pulse, 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 pulse. So you should have your elbows tucked in. And remember, if you need to drop that weight, it's okay to do this body weight, but you have to stay low. We want to front load the quads. 10 seconds. Push up, side plank extension. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, take it down. All right, push up, eyes are forward. Side plank, eyes stay on the weight. In your push-up, your elbows should be going about 45 degrees to the back. In 10 seconds, we're flipping over, lat pull over to a sit-up. 3, 2, 1, flip it over. Flat feet, knees bent. Straight arms throughout. Let's go. So try not to swing the weight. We're maintaining control of it so that we can keep this movement in the core. It's not a counterweight to help with the sit-up. That's why it should not be going past your forehead. In 10 seconds, side plank on the right arm. 3, 2, 1. Side plank, right forearm, mountain climb. Bottom knee, top knee. Now, if the movement feels like it's too much for you, you're gonna hold a side plank here and really focus on maintaining height in your hips. So you can make this an isolated or an isometric move with no movement if you'd like. Less than 10 seconds and we rest. 3, 2, 1, rest. Woo! Take it to your feet. This next level starts with a sprawly row. So this is gonna be our last level that has any cardio in it. This is the last of the cardio moves to peel off. In 10 seconds, sprawly row, let's set up. Weight between those feet. 3, 2, 1, let's set it. All right, for this last 30-second interval with this move, how many reps can you get in? If you want some more good news, you got less than 10 minutes in this whole pyramid. 10 seconds here, and then we take it double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. 3, 2, 1, grab that weight. Get low, pulse, 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 pulse. All right, so in your squat, knees should be tracking right over toes. In the lunge, front knee presses outwards. You got 10 seconds here, and then we're down on the mat for the rest of this level. We got push-up, side plank extension in 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Core and upper body, let's make it count. We've done a lot for the legs. We want to make sure we even ourselves out. Strength throughout the body here. Halfway. If you haven't tried one push-up from your toes yet, this is your chance. We flip it over next. Lat pullover sit-up. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Right into it. Straight arms. Roll up and roll down. This one should not be fast. This should have a lot of control through your midsection. All right, sitting up really tall at the top. On deck. Side plank on the left forearm for a side mountain climb. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Left forearm plank. Stagger those feet. Knee, knee. Bottom and top. Reaching with that top hand. It actually helps you to keep your hips high. Halfway, gang. You got rest in 10 seconds. Stay up. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! Take it to your feet. You got 4 more levels. And this next level is the last one that has a standing move. Double pulse squat, double pulse lunge. This should be your lowest set because legs are fresh. Grab your weight, 7 seconds. Weight at the collarbone. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Feels different. You can probably get lower throughout all your reps here. It's 30 seconds, and then this one is done. So you came for a challenge. The back end of the pyramid, it's always a mind game. Keep pushing. You've got push-ups to a side plank extension. In 3, 2, 1. Hit that mat. Hands outside shoulders, fingers spread wide. Driving through the palm in your side plank and your push-up. In your push-up, can you get your chest to hit the weight at the base? That'll bring your chest right to the line of your elbows. 10 seconds, and we flip it over for that lat pullover sit-up. 3, 2, 1. On your butt, feet flat, knees bent. Straight arms. Eyes following that weight. Try not to initiate the sit-up until the weight is directly above your forehead. We got a side plank coming up on your right forearm. 3, 2, 1. Side plank, right forearm, sideways mountain climb, knee and knee. All right, so check in with your form here. Your elbow should be under your shoulder. Your shoulders should be in a nice straight line. You got 10 more seconds here. Stay up. Can you keep it moving? For 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, grabbing your water. We're down on the mat for the rest of this. So you might want to just bring your water to the floor if it's not there yet. 3 levels left. Upper body and core. We got push-ups with a side plank extension. We start in 10 seconds. Let's set up that weight right between the hands. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. This is a 90-second level. So as they get shorter, you'll notice that they don't necessarily get easier because now everything is focused on your upper body and core. So this is where we get that nice burn that we were feeling in the legs before. We got a lat pullover sit up. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Straight arms. Can you sit up all the way nice and tall? That weight should go all the way behind the head in your lat pullover before you sit up. Breathe. On deck, we got a side plank on the left forearm. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Get rid of that weight. Hit your left forearm, side plank. Move those knees. Sideways mountain climb. So now that you know how this feels, maybe you can pick up the pace with your knees a bit. If you feel really unstable, it's okay to stay slow. You got 10 seconds. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. 2 more levels. 2 more. Lat pull over, sit up will start us. Grab some water. This is it. You get through these 2 levels, your stretch. You'll be done. 10 seconds. Let's get ready. Feet flat, knees bent. This is slow, controlled, big core burn. 3, 2, 1. Go. Behind the head and take your sit up. Can you really control your abs on the way down? It should be the same amount of time to lift and lower. We've got a side plank coming up on the right forearm. 3, 2, 1. Right forearm plank, sideways mountain climb. All right. So really squeeze your knee to your chest. We're getting our hip flexors engaged here, in addition to the obliques, and obviously the arms. 10 seconds and then you rest. You got 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, one more level. movement on the other side, and then we stretch, you'll be done. Giving me 30 seconds of solid movement. If you haven't tried the side plank on both feet yet, and you've been modifying, this is your opportunity. See what you can do with your body for the last 30 seconds. We're starting in 7. So hit that forearm on the left side, get ready, stagger the feet. 3, 2, 1, lift. Start to crunch those knees. This is it right here. Hips super high. Reach with that top arm. Keep your eyes forward. You got 15 seconds. You're almost there. You are sprinting towards the finish line right now. 10 seconds. Come on, stay with me. For 5, 3, 2, 1, rest. We're gonna take it right into a child's pose. Arms are forward, knees wide, butt back at your heels, forehead to the mat. Just breathe here. Walking the arms to the right side of the mat, getting a stretch through the side of your body. And walk the arms to the other side. And walk those arms back to center. Coming up to tabletop, flip the toes, down dog. Pushing your weight back into your heels, spreading the fingers wide to protect the wrist. Push up through your palms and your fingertips. Walk out your dog. One heel presses down at a time. And now press both heels down. Lift the right leg up and pull it through. Plant the right foot by your hands, left knee down. Come up to a runner's lunge, hands to the front knee. Sit your body weight back, straighten the front leg, dropping your chest towards your knee, but trying to keep your back as flat as you can because we really want to stretch out the hamstring. So a flat back will help that. All right, coming forward, plant your hands around the foot, kick the right foot back up, and drop it down. 2 feet on the ground, down dog. Left leg comes up, and then pull it through. Plant the left foot between the hands, right knee down, hands to the front knee, runner's lunge. Sinking forward and down, getting into the hip flexor. And counter stretch. Front leg straightens, hands to the mat, chest drops to knee, but trying to keep your back as flat as you can. Bringing your body weight forward, plant the hands around the foot, kick that left foot back up, finding down dog one more time. Walk your hands in towards your feet, taking a standing forward fold at the mat. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, rolling up to stand slowly. Last thing to come up is your head, taking some really big shoulder rolls at the top. And then one arm comes across your chest, shoulder stretch. Tricep stretch behind the head. And release. Shoulder stretch the other side. Arm comes up and over, tricep stretch. And release. We're gonna stretch out our IT band. So take your left leg behind the right foot and take the left arm up and over. So you should feel a stretch all through the side of your body down into your hip. And release, we'll switch sides. Right foot behind left and take the right arm up and over. And release. Taking your feet nice and wide. We're gonna finish with 2 deep breaths together as a community. Take a big inhale and exhale. One more time, big inhale and exhale. Hands to heart center and give yourselves a round of applause. Great job today, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next week. Probably gonna be doing this for a while. Hydrate and enjoy your weekend. Bye, everybody.